Won't you sit down? The principal will be here in a moment.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You must be Mr. Crane. Yes, you're Mr. Daniels, I presume?
How do you do, sir?
How do you do?
How do you do?
Oh, you're the father of the other boy.
Yes.
Yes. Well,
It seems our two little youngsters got in some kind of a squabble yesterday.
yes, it does seem that way. After all, I mean, they're only 8 years old. I know my boy is 8 years old. I don't know how old yours boy is.
He's eight. Yes, just eight. Yes.
Well, and they do get into a little fight. After all, boys will be boys.
If boys won't be boys, who will be boys?
I'll have to remember that one, yeah.
I made that up.
Yeah. I believe you, too. Yeah.
You know, I'm not really upset by the fact our two little children had a squabble, because after all, it's what they learn in school that's important. The educational facility.
Oh, yes.
They have a fine curriculum here.
Fine curriculum.
Fine.
You know, they're really that they teach. I mean, my boy came home with a report card last month. I couldn't make head or tail of it.
Really?
One thing I do know, he got an A+ in mob psychology.
What do you know?
I think he's going to be a warden. Yeah.
Maybe you'll be a mob leader or something.
He may be a mob leader. Whatever they teach here, I don't know.
Yes. You know something? It's wonderful to feel that the principal of the school can find time to talk over your little problems with you.
Oh, yes.
Makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Makes you feel good inside, and we're making progress, you know what I mean?
That's right.
After all, I mean, you take it, a boy and his principal have a relationship, and I think the closer that the parents and the teachers are, the better off for our children in the future.
The better off for the entire world, sir.
Oh, yes, indeed. Their fight is our fight.
We wouldn't want them to grow up to be bullies, would we?
No.
No, sir.
You know, speaking of bullies, that reminds me of when I was in grade school. Now, I remember that I used to have one bully bother me, boy, oh boy, every time after school, you know, beat me up. Oh. Then during school, you know, always, I'll get you outside, you know. And when we went to high school, that bully and I became friends.
Really?
You know that? And would you believe it? Today, that bully is my wife.
Well, they say boys will be boys.
Yes, and wives will be bullies.
Yes. You know something? I'm not upset about the fact that our children had a squabble. Did you see the modern facilities our children have
Oh,
here?
my goodness.
Did you see that cafeteria?
Did you see the pool room? Oh.
You mean...
Oh, no, the swimming pool. Yes, the swimming pool.
Did you see the fields with the jungle gyms? And
Oh. It's not like my day.
No, I wouldn't.
No. My day, school was 15 miles away.
Oh.
And no school bus.
Really?
Had to go there in the rain and the sleet and the snow.
That must have been really awful for you.
No, it wasn't so bad. I never went to school. I started when I was 25, and I breezed right through the first, second grade.
Oh, that's a way to do it anyway.
Oh, yes.
You know, the important thing is, it doesn't matter they had a fight. They got the hostility out.
That's what I say. If they're young, let them get that. That's what youth is. Energy all bottled up that's got to bust out somewhere.
Right.
Let them go and have a little fight. Let them hit somebody. Let them hit them back. Let them fight again. That's good for them to let that fight out of them. Because when they grow up, reason and logic take over. They become well-adjusted, matured cowards.
That's true. Right, sir.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I am Mr. Johnson, the principal of the school. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. You must be Daniels. Daniels, and you're Mr.?
I'm Mr. Crane.
Mr. Crane. Very good. Won't you be seated, gentlemen?
Thank you.
And now, gentlemen, as you possibly know, the reason I asked you here was because of a minor incident, which you probably know about, regarding your two young boys.
We were discussing
We were just discussing.
Yes.
After all, boys will be boys.
If boys won't be boys, who will be boys?
You know, that's very good.
It's not good.
Very good, yes. May I say that to my friends?
Yes, of course. We're delighted.
Who will be? Who will be?
Girls couldn't be boys.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, gentlemen, to get on to the subject at hand. Now, we attempt to run this school upon certain basic modern principles. We try wherever possible to elicit the aid and cooperation of the parents in these little matters where the children are concerned. We feel that the greatest cooperation between the parents and the school is necessary for the proper upbringing of the child. Don't you agree, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. I'd like to,
Yes.
would you like to say
No. After you, Mr. Crane.
Yes, well, you see, the way my boy told it to me,
Yes.
Was in such a way that, I don't say that your boy is a liar or anything, but this is the way that my boy told it to me. It seemed it happened in the corridor.
In the corridor, I believe that's correct.
He was walking along, and all of a sudden, with his class, and all of a sudden, a boy from behind gave him a little kick. You know what I mean?
Yes, I quite agree with you, Mr. Crane. That is precisely the way it happened, except there's one little detail. It was my boy who received the kick.
I beg to differ with you. I mean, I don't want to call your boy a liar, but I know that my boy was kicked.
Well, somebody was kicked, and I believe it was my boy.
Well, to take issue with you, I want to say that it was all started from a shove. Then the kick came.
There was a kick and then a shove.
The shove and then the kick.
The kick and then the shove, sir.
Did you see my boy when he came home? My boy was ripped. I tell you, ripped from any part of any kind. And he was, and I tell you that, and that's the way he came home.
Yes.
Your boy might have been ripped, sir, but my boy had a terrible, terrible experience.
What?
His whole face was just blown up because somebody had grabbed him and squeezed his head till the breath was coming out of him.
I don't believe that. And I think that you are not telling the truth. I tell you what has been done. He was ripped for no reason at all, and his clothes were torn. And I tell you, that's all what was done, and he did it in his show. That was it.
Mr. Crane, if I may have a word with you for just one moment. Please,
Will you stop running around here?
we're just trying to find out exactly what
Let's find the cause of this.
It happened in the corridor. Are we correct about that?
I agree with it.
It happened in the corridor. Is that right, Mr. Johnson?
Is that right or is it?
Yes, I believe it did
And
happen.
the first thing that happened, somebody was shoved.
He was not shoved. At first was a kick.
It was a shove and then a kick.
It was a kick and a shove, and then he was actually torn asunder.
Mr. Johnson, please, Mr. Johnson. Please, Mr. Johnson, I disagree with you. Completely missed me.
Don't you agree? What are you saying?
Yes,
Is it or is it not?
Well, actually, you both are in the right. Now, as it came to me, the original altercation happened in the corridor, and there was something with the chair, I believe.
There was a chair.
The leg of the chair was
It was not torn.
And my boy had a terrible bruise on the heel of his foot.
Where?
Right.
Where?
It was
You
right
show
there.
me.
Right there. Right there it was. Right there.
That's true. That is quite true. He had the bruise.
Was it a big bruise or was it a small
It was
one?
a fairly large bruise. I
Certainly it was.
Yes.
My boy came home. You should have seen him. No
My boy was the one, sir, who came home without the pants. My boy was the one.
I tell you once and for all that this would never happen if my boy ever gone in the right school.
Your boy is a bully, sir. A bully and nothing more than a bully for taking the charge.
And I tell you, you take it. I wouldn't hand it for $1 million.
No, gentlemen, now really, remember, this happened in the corridor, then in the classroom.
That's true.
Well, that's when the fight really started to begin.
My
He
boy
was black and blue, and I tell you that.
My boy came home without underwear.
But school's out.
Yes, 3 o'clock.
I have to go pick up my boy. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Nice talking to you. Nice talking to you.
Nice we can get together and discuss
The
it.
closer the parents and the teachers get together, the better for all.
If boys won't be boys, who will be boys?